Hey, John Oakes here, and welcome to video 5, where we are going to talk about traffic. Now, here's the thing. Traffic will either make or break your business, and which of those that happens for you is entirely up to you. So with that, let's go ahead and dig into this. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen real quick and jump over to my slides. All right, so first, for the benefit of people who are brand new to marketing, affiliate marketing, the whole world of making money online, let's define what we mean when we say traffic, because it's a pretty generic term that you're going to hear a lot. And what we mean by that is getting visitors to your website, your capture page, your offer page, wherever it is that you're trying to send interested people to see your offer. That's what we mean by traffic. It's also often in this world referred to as clicks. So you'll hear people say, hey, I bought some clicks, or I'm getting clicks to my website, but they're not converting, right? So clicks and traffic are kind of a synonymous term. And usually the word clicks, what that means is that somebody has clicked on an ad and visited your website, or clicked through to your website from an advertisement of some sort. So with that, let's dig into this. Now, one thing that I'm going to say that I want to really kind of set the mood and the tone for this entire training is that in spite of what you might think, you do not have a traffic problem. It's funny because it's like one of those really common things that we hear all the time is that, hey, I'm struggling in my business. My biggest struggle is I can't get enough traffic to my website. I can't get interested people to see what I'm selling. And here's the thing, you might have a mindset problem, or you may have a funnel problem, but there is never a shortage of traffic. And pretty much whatever you're marketing out there, there is an abundance of people who are looking for that exact same thing that you can tap into if you have the proper mindset and you understand traffic. And then of course, you need to have a funnel in place like what we've been talking about over the last couple of videos, specifically video number 3. So if you still don't understand the concept of a funnel, then please go back and review video number 3, because we really kind of broke that down. And that is a really crucial thing that you have to have in place. We're going to talk a little bit more about that as we go through the traffic training. So let me talk about paid traffic versus free traffic. Okay, so paid traffic is sources like solo ads, banner ads and display advertising, Facebook ads, and other ad platforms. That could be Google AdWords. It could be, running ads on Instagram. Any type of paid advertising would be grouped into that, that group of paid marketing. And then free advertising or free traffic would be social media, blogging, videos, that type of traffic, where you're actually putting in the effort, putting in the work in order to create content and attract people to see that, and then in turn click through to go to see your actual offer or get on your list and so forth. So hopefully that makes sense and is clear. I do want to talk just briefly about a couple of these, because I know that there's probably some new people watching this who don't know what a solo ad is. A solo ad is something that's very prevalent in the traffic marketplace these days, and that is where somebody else has a big list of subscribers, and for a fee, they will send an email to their list of subscribers to entice them or send them to go look at your offer. Okay, so that is a solo ad. There are people with small lists that sell solo ads. There are also huge companies with very huge lists that do solo ads. We'll talk a little bit more about that as we get further into this. So let's break this down, right? What's the difference between paid traffic and free traffic as far as what you get? Well, here's the thing. Paid traffic is going to get you fast results, certainly faster than free traffic. Paid traffic is also scalable, right? And we've talked a lot in this training series about creating a freedom lifestyle. Well, without having a traffic source or a method of marketing and advertising that is scalable, meaning that you can simply turn up the volume to increase your results out the other end of your funnel, then you're going to have a tough time if you're not doing that. Also, free traffic is not really free. Right? That's the big thing that is a kind of a misconception. People talk about, oh, I need to do a free strategy. I need free marketing, free traffic. There's not really any such thing as free traffic, right? We refer to it as free marketing strategies or free traffic strategies, but the truth is the cost of it is rather high, and the cost is Anybody guess? Time, right? It's going to be a lot of time and effort that you put into it to get any result out of that. And the thing about free traffic strategies is that you're going to put in a lot of time and effort on the front end before you even start getting any result, any traffic out the other side. Now, some people can do it faster than others, but for most people, the average person, they spend a huge amount of time trying to get people to go to look at their offer, to go to their blog, go to their website, watch a video, and they end up getting very frustrated with that process and eventually give up, right? Some of you that are watching this can probably relate to that. Maybe in the past, you've tried a whole bunch of those kind of free traffic strategies and never really got the result that you were looking for. Paid traffic is certainly a lot faster than that, and you can get results very, very quickly. And here's the thing. The bottom line is you should be doing both, right? And I'll say that again. You should be doing both paid traffic strategies and free traffic strategies. And here's the thing, right? Are there people out there who are getting a huge quantity of traffic using free strategies? Yes, they are. But if you dig into it and you start to really understand what's happening there, most of those people have done a lot of paid traffic in order to sort of prime the pump, so to speak, right? And here's how that works. People who do paid traffic and generate a lot of visitors to their website, to their offer, and build their list quickly using paid traffic typically start getting a lot of free traffic as well because they've built a sphere of influence. And people with influence have a much easier time getting free traffic, getting people to take a look at what it is they're marketing because they have results that they can share and that attracts people to them. So again, you should be doing both. You should be doing paid traffic, but you should also be working on, at least one free traffic strategy as well. And that's something that I feel very strongly about, want to be sure that you understand. So why is it that people fail with paid traffic? We've all heard the horror stories. I have my own personal horror stories about blowing huge globs of cash on garbage traffic and even in good traffic, but not ever converting a single person to a sale or a lead or any of that because I didn't understand what you have access to right here, right? So here's the 5 reasons that I see people fail with paid traffic. Number 1, no funnel, right? And this is very predominant in the industry. You see people who join some kind of a deal, maybe it's a network marketing company, maybe they see an affiliate offer they want to promote, and then they go to some traffic provider, a solo ad provider or whatever, and say, hey, I want to market this offer. Here's the link to my affiliate link. Send a bunch of traffic there. And they get no sales and they effectively just blow a bunch of money and they get very disgruntled and they start having doubts about whether affiliate marketing works or whether they can make it work and so forth. So having no funnel is a huge crucial mistake. I would say that if you don't have a funnel, like what we've talked about here in the last couple of videos, then you should not be doing paid marketing. You're going to lose your money. Also, you might have a funnel, but if it's not an effective funnel, if it's not a funnel that actually converts, then you're going to run into the same problem. Excuse me. So number 2 reason why people fail with paid traffic is that they buy low quality or scammy traffic, right? And here's what I mean by that. It's the age-old adage that if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Well, in the case of traffic, when you are gravitating towards whether or not to buy traffic based on the price of the traffic, you're very likely making a huge mistake, right? Because that is not the factor. You can go to sources like Fiverr or a number of others, and you can say, you can find offers where they'll send you 20,000 clicks for $10. And that's extremely cheap traffic. And I can pretty much guarantee you that if you buy that, you just flushed your $10 down the toilet. So it doesn't matter how much of that traffic you buy, you're never going to get a result with it. And it doesn't matter, what quantities you're buying. So stay away from that kind of stuff, right? Use your little voice, your little radar in the back of your head that says, boy, that sounds awfully good. That sounds too good to be true, because it probably is. There are more important factors than the price per click of the traffic that you need to look at. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. So, understanding the traffic is very important. Number three, they're not tracking. Okay, so let me lay this out in a scenario that makes sense. Okay, so when we say tracking, what we mean by that is that if you're buying traffic or you're doing any kind of paid advertising, you have to have tracking in place so that you can tell when somebody from that traffic source visits your website, becomes a lead, becomes a sale, any activity or any action they take, you can look into some sort of an interface and you can see where that person came from, where they originated from, where that sale came from, and so forth. And if you're not doing that, you may as well be throwing your money away. And here's the reason why. Let's say that you decide that you're going to buy traffic from provider A and provider B, and you buy 100 clicks of traffic from each of those two providers, and you just start running it. Well, right away you get a sale. You're like, wow, I just got a sale. That's cool. And then you get another sale a couple of days later, and then the traffic is all delivered and you're good to go. So my question to you would be, which one of those traffic sources are you going to go buy again, right? If you don't know which one produced the sales, you might be buying both traffic source A and B again when all the sales came from traffic source B only. And so you're pretty much wasting your money on traffic source A and effectively throwing away 50% of your money, right? So you have to come at this from a business standpoint. You have to be able to track where the traffic is coming from. And guess what? The tracking stuff is super, super easy to put in place. And I'll give you a resource for that as we move forward in this training. So number four reason why people fail with paid traffic is that they're not consistent, okay? They have a lottery mentality when it comes to paid marketing. And this might sound familiar to some of you that are watching this. This might be a little bit of an ouch kind of scenario because you're thinking, dang, that's exactly what I was doing. You might have $100 and it's your last $100 and you're thinking, I want to buy traffic from this solo ad provider that says he's selling stuff to people promoting the same offer and they're all getting great results. And I got this $100. I sure hope I make sales with it. And then you give it to them. And if that's the thinking process, if that's what's going through your head, I would pretty much guarantee that you'll blow that $100 and you'll make no sales, right? Because you're coming at this from completely the wrong mindset for paid marketing. Paid marketing requires a consistency mindset and an understanding that you need to have a marketing budget and that you need to be consistent with that budget for a period of time. And typically with paid marketing, what I tell people is, somewhere between 45 and 60 days, you need to be able to consistently put that budget into paid marketing and then really start evaluating your results and then, scale up from there as your results are coming in. But you cannot say, I'm going to buy 100 clicks and if I get good results, then I'll keep doing this. And if I don't, then this source doesn't work, right? 100 clicks is not enough to tell anything. And so keep that in mind as you're going through this. All right, number 5. Bad math, very bad math. So examples of this are people who are spending money on traffic and advertising when they have not done the math on their offer and realize that they're actually spending, $30 or $40 to acquire a customer where they're only going to make a $20 commission. And how long can you conceivably do that? Well, you can do that until your money runs out and then you start going in the hole. And this is how I see people racking up debt on credit cards in the marketing industry like crazy because they don't have a consistency in their budget and they haven't done the math on the offer they're promoting and they actually stand zero chance of being profitable in their business. So again, this comes back to what we talked about briefly in video 3 about making sure that you have a funnel and an offer that actually can pay you enough to be able to do paid marketing and still be profitable. And we're going to break that down here in a little bit. So let me give you a couple of examples. Okay. So this is one paid traffic source that I use on a regular basis. And this is from one day. Actually, this was about 3 days ago that I pulled this screenshot. And 140 leads were generated from that traffic. Now, this particular source converts at 60% using the capture page that I showed you and outlined in video number 3. So this was approximately I'll say 290, 280, 290 clicks of traffic, 280 visitors that saw my capture page, which then converted to 140 leads and added 12 new team members that joined me with the opportunity and the system that I promote, which is the same one that you'll see if you click the button directly below, right below this video. So 12 new team members in a single day from 280 clicks, 140 leads. And on top of that, as you learned in the previous video about email marketing, that 140 leads, the 138 of them that did not join me, or 128 of them that did not join me just right here today, I will continue to market to through automation and through my list and build a relationship with them. And another 5, 10, 15% of them will join somewhere down the road, right? That's how this works. That's how you put this automation and this sales funnel system in place. So what that means is right on the front end, I'm converting one new team member out of every 12 leads. Now, if you've ever been in network marketing, you know that if you're recruiting 12 people in a single day, that puts you in rock star status. As an affiliate, in an affiliate program, if you're making 12 sales in a day, that is also super affiliate status. So you can see that this stuff really works, right? What I'm teaching you works, and it works really well. So let me break this down a little bit further so you kind of get a better understanding of how this goes. So here's another example. And this again was testing one traffic source. Now this was actually a different source than the one that I showed you in the previous example, but I had 788 clicks. It generated 481 leads and added 23 new team members to my team. Okay, so that's one new member every 34 clicks. For every 34 people that see my capture page, I get a new member sign up. And then the new member sign up goes through the funnel and through the system and through the training, connects with the coach, and eventually, a huge percentage of them upgrade, take this very seriously, and become a team member who is thriving inside of our community. And so here's the breakdown of this, and just shows the actual numbers inside my tracking system, the same one that I'll refer you to. 788 hits, which is the number of visitors, right? 788 clicks, 481 conversions. Now this line is tracking lead conversions. So 481, that's 61% of the people who saw the capture page went ahead and opted in, gave their email address, and moved on to the sales video. And then out of those, there were 23 of them that saw the sales video who went ahead and signed up and activated a membership. So this is huge, guys. This is a massive level of conversions that we see, not just me, but our entire team sees on a daily basis coming through our system, from the system and the exact complete business system that I promote directly below in that button. So let's go to the next example here. So what does that equate to in dollars? Well, here's a quick screenshot I just pulled off of my back office, which shows $2,600 today, $1,300 yesterday in commissions. This was actually from May 25th that I pulled this screenshot because I was building stuff for this slide series. And then here I just pulled this this morning, $6,384.07 in the last 7 days. So how does that break down? Okay, I'm going to share something with you guys that most marketers online never share, and that is profitability, okay? Because the screenshots and the numbers that you see people posting on Facebook and on social media are typically like this. They are the gross commission amount that they're receiving. Now, if they were not paying anything for advertising, then this would be the total amount of money they end up with in their pocket at the end of that period, right? $63,8407. However, I'm going to share with you that is not the reality, okay? The reality is you cannot get to numbers like this without doing paid advertising. And so that means you're making an expenditure, you have an advertising budget, you're putting money into your business in order to get a profitable return from the marketing dollars that you're spending. So for me personally, I'm going to show you my personal numbers. That same $6,300 in commissions that was in 7 days came from an ad spend of $1,400 from that same 7-day period. Okay, so I have to subtract that from the 6,300, and that is a $4,900 profit for that 7 days. Okay, so that's the profit. Now that's $700 per day profit that I'm making in my business during that 7-day period, or that equates to $19,600 profit per month, or $235,200 profit per year. Okay, so that's what's possible, and in fact, that's like nothing compared to what it's going to be in another 6 to 8 months or so as I continue to ramp up. Now, the point I want to make with this is that you might be looking at this where you're at right now financially and saying, well, gosh, I could never do that because I could never spend $1,400 in a week on traffic. I can't afford that. That's not in my budget. And you're absolutely right. And even if you had that, if you're just starting out, you should not be spending that right out of the gate. Okay, so this is what it comes back to again, is in having the right mindset, understanding a marketing budget, and putting things in place that actually work and that will work for you. So what I would recommend to somebody just starting out is that you can start for as little as like $50 a week with an ad spend budget. And we'll show you exactly what traffic sources to use, how to utilize that. Again, using the funnel and the email marketing and the stuff that I've broken down in the previous videos, those are super important because you have to have that stuff in place so that your marketing dollars are not going to go to waste, right? But you start with $50 a week and you start to scale that up over time as you start getting results from that. Not everybody can come up, and start a business immediately and have $1,000 a week or even $1,000 a month to spend on traffic. But if you're taking this seriously and you truly want to create a financial freedom business that allows you to live where you want, play where you want, do the things you want during the day, and work for literally, an hour or two a day, then you have to do paid marketing. You just do, right? Nobody gets to this kind of level using free marketing alone. Now, I told you in the beginning that I would kind of circle back around to this topic about the use of free marketing with paid marketing. And the reason I say you should be doing both is that, again, it's super, super important to do the free marketing stuff, which would be, having a presence on social media. You can do a blog if you want, it's not necessary, but maybe creating some video content, posting that on Facebook, choosing a social platform that you want to focus on and make, kind of your primary social place to connect with people. Because what it does is it enhances the effectiveness of your paid marketing. When you do a paid marketing campaign and you're sending people to a capture page and then they see a video of you and then they get an email that introduces you, and then they might decide to go and see if they can find you by Googling you, and they find your Facebook profile and they see that you are truly somebody that's a real person that they can connect with, that's helpful and so forth. That's where you start to really multiply your results and start getting a lot of free traffic along with your marketing ad spend. And what it does is it brings down the cost that of your paid marketing because you're actually getting that free traffic flowing as well. So with that, let me go ahead and wrap this video up. I want to share with you that if you want to know the exact traffic sources that I use, I do share them. But what I want you to do in order to get those is to connect with me on social media, on Facebook. And so what you need to do is use the link directly below here where it'll say to join my private Facebook mastermind group. And then when you get inside that group, you'll notice that there is a pinned post at the top of that group that will have some additional information and some steps. And one of the sections in there is about traffic. And there'll be a link there that will link you to a PDF document that gives you the traffic sources that I've actually used in these examples and the ones that I continue to use, day after day. But it gives you the information that needs to go with them as far as some instruction on how to best utilize them, specifics of, those traffic sources and whatnot that I couldn't really include in this training. So again, I want to provide that for you, but I want to make sure that you're doing it in a way that's going to be conducive to your success and not just blow your money, right? Very, very important. So with that, I'll go ahead and wrap this video up. Now, the next video, the final video of this series, video number 6, will be out soon. And I'm going to break down some stuff to show you the complete business model what it is that I do, how it works, and how you can have that whole thing set up. All the stuff that I've showed you is like super, super easy. We're going to bring it all together and tie it up with a bow in the next video. So I look forward to seeing you on that.